Hola mi gente, welcome to my channel. So I want to show you how I make this delicious Dominican street food, Yaniqueque. Alright guys, so in my bowl, I'm going to add some flour, oil, salt, baking powder, and this is optional. I like to add adobo to mine because it gives it such a good flavor, but you don't have to. So now you're just going to combine all of those ingredients and then you're going to add warm water little by little. Mi gente, FYI, all of the ingredients that I just added to this bowl is going to be down in the description with measurements, so make sure you check it out. So after adding my water, I like to bring everything together in the bowl and then transfer it to my table with some flour. So all you're going to do right now, you're just going to knead it until everything comes together. And if for some reason you notice your dough is still drying and it's not coming together, just sprinkle a little bit more water and you should be fine. So we're just going to knead this until the dough comes together and you get a nice soft ball. So in the same bowl, you mix all of your ingredients. You're going to add some oil and then you're just going to add your bowl right in there. And then you're just going to let it rest for about 10 minutes to make sure you cover it up. Alright guys, so after 10 minutes, my masa is nice and chill, took a nap, and now it's ready to go. So we are back to our table with some flour. So I like to divide my masa into two, and then that half, I like to divide it into three. And this is just going to make it easier for you to make your yaniqueques and to stretch it out. And I also like to make like masa balls, and this way, your yaniqueques, you know how big or smaller they're going to be. So you're going to grab one of those balls and then just press it down. And then with your roller pin, which is what I'm using, or you can just use a wine bottle or any bottle that you have, you're just going to go ahead and start rolling it out. So I like to stretch it out very thin because I want my yaniqueques to be nice and crispy. So as you're stretching it out, you see your dough is not breaking. That's a good sign that we did good with this masa. So after stretching it out, it should look like this. We're gonna do, so the Dominican yaniqueque has these slips in the middle, which is they look like this. So that's what we're gonna do. Now, when you're ready to cook it on medium-high heat, you're gonna go ahead and start frying your yaniqueque, and look how the bubbles just start to come up, and this is a good sign as well. So you're just gonna go ahead and fry it for about 4 minutes on one side, or until you see that the edges are turning golden brown, and then about 3 minutes on the other side, mi gente, and that is it. This is so easy to make. So you can just, as you cooking one, you can go ahead and start rolling the rest. But this is a great appetizer when you have like a big crowd, and it's so tasty. That adobo we put on it, oh, I highly, highly recommend it. So remember, just make sure you stretch your dough nice and thin. Remember, the thinner it is, the crispier the yaniqueque is gonna be. And then we're gonna go ahead and make that slip in the middle. Sorry, I guess I wasn't happy with how thin my dough was. So we're gonna do that slip in the middle, and we're just gonna go ahead and fry them up. Let me tell you, they look so good. Mi gente, another way to tell that your yaniqueque is ready to flip is when you see that your oil is not screaming at you anymore. So when you see that your oil has calmed down and your yaniqueque is just floating in the oil, that's when you want to flip them. Pero mi gente, this recipe made 6 yaniqueque, and they make the best yaniqueques ever. You can of course double this up, and I highly recommend it. And I'm telling you, you're gonna love it. Your family's gonna love it. If you never had this before, this recipe is so easy and it comes together in no time. I like to put some ketchup on mine. You can put ketchup and mayo, but they are perfect and crispy. Thank you so much for watching.